And we're back in the studio right here, Lagos Talks 91.3 FM. Of course, you heard the president's speech, his first democracy speech, first of 4 democracy speeches that he will be giving. And yes, that is what is done right now. What is your expectation? I know a lot of you are expecting minimum wage. But you see, that's one thing we need to understand. Speeches have a pattern. Democracy speech is not a time to talk about your policies. It's a time to just give hope and say how far we've come and all that. So if we're expecting policies, definitely it wouldn't come. It's not a State of the Nation address. But with the pattern, how did it sit with you? Did he hit the right point? Did he inspire hope? Or did he further just drain you, saying there is no hope? I heard the expression that many people are angry at right now. I feel your pain. And it feels like Nigerians are saying, the more the president feels our pain, the more pain we feel. So maybe the president should stop feeling our pain. Let's feel it alone and just get by. But anyway, let's get into the conversation. Today's topic is very, very interesting. If you've ever been to school, this is... If you've ever been to school, this is the topic you should contribute to. Mm-hmm. Hi, guys. Morning to you.
Good morning, Coyote. Good morning. Good morning, Joanna.
Welcome to the studio, Ogiva and Joanna. Yeah. And, I'm not sure you heard the president's speech. You were on your way here.
Yeah, I was on my way.
Yeah, that's it. So
unfortunately,
you can't link it. You can't link it to any economic value or stuff.
I wish I could right now. I didn't even listen. I just walked in when it ended.
Yeah, when it ended. Yeah. Okay.
Joanna, did you get it?
No, I didn't.
No, I can bet Joanna didn't listen.
Why?
I can just
Why
bet.
Why are you doing this?
Oh my God.
Oh my.
So, do schools truly prepare us for the real world? I think we'll go around there. Yes or no? For me, no. They don't prepare us for the real world. That's my own opinion.
In what sense?
No, let's go around first.
What kind of preparation are you expecting?
Let's go around first. I'm for no. You?
It depends.
Don't be on the fence.
No, so if you're like, if you are in a specialized field, right? It's like medicine, law.
Mm-hmm.
The quality of education you might get here is not all that, but the experience in school outside of education itself, I know it's funny, right? Because you go to school for your education, but there are other things that happen in school that in a way prepare you for the real world.
You meet the bone of your bone.
I think
networking, building communities. I know people that in school, because of the network and the young people, the energy you have around and the level of liberty you had, they were able to start NGOs. Those NGOs gave them international opportunities. That's something that happens in school. There are different other, many other examples of that.
But is it rampant or is it pockets?
It's in pockets because she just mentioned the exception. There will always be the exception, right? There will always be the exception. You understand?
Are you telling me that there's no benefit that you have gotten aside from the Bali, right? Which some may say,
okay, so
doesn't.
But the question is this. Maybe we should frame the question again so that listeners can also, catch up and contribute to this. It is: do schools truly prepare us for the real world? Emphasis on the real world. Yeah. That means, can you align your experience in school and all you go through with what you're faced with? And I'll start with, if you studied political science in school, when you come out of school and get into politics in Nigeria,
there's no way it won't apply with Nigeria's politics.
Theories, even economics.
Do you understand?
Exactly. So it doesn't apply.
So even if the people that that's still somewhat okay, right? The ones that have professional courses, like she mentioned engineering, medicine. Okay, fine.
No,
right?
but even the professional courses, all the things you're trained, the situations the scenarios that are painted, created for you in medicine. When you come here, you're operating in a place where there's no light. Who teaches you that?
You practice
for
that
our real world.
When they do housemanship, don't they experience all of that? They practice
so
school.
For me, the way I see schools, right? So one, I'll explain further.
Okay.
So school, somewhat. Let me not say absolute. Somewhat, right? Teaches you there's only one answer, right? you can't cooperate, right? And you can only make it if you have a certificate, right? Now let me explain, right? There's only one answer. I mean, whenever I do all your tests, right, there's always only one answer, right? There's only one solution to the answer. But in reality, there are a lot of different solutions, different ways here to certain specific, let me not say specific, to solutions to a lot of things, right? But school makes you feel that way. You can't cooperate. You can't copy. You understand? You can't copy. It seems vague, but is the program you know you're programmed into it, right? And you can only make money if you have a certificate. You can. Do you understand? The only way you can make money is to get a certificate and work, right? The job that you're supposed to even do is not even waiting for you when you finish. Do you understand? So, like I mentioned earlier, the exception, right? There are still people, right? These sharp ones, yeah, that that break that barrier, right? But the average person goes to school. Okay, I finished my school, get my certificate. Let me work for somebody, right? Now, I'm not taking away the values from school. You learn the knowledge, you get the knowledge, you get the skills, right? But applying that in real life is a completely different. Imagine somebody that's been doing X plus X times 2 squared, and you get out of school and it doesn't apply in your life. It doesn't apply in your life anymore, right? So, like me, my first job, right, after finishing school was a customer service job where I used to, call existing clients to renew their subscriptions, right? And they give me a script, and I studied computer science. Do you understand? I had to do it now because I couldn't get a job that I liked.
That's what I say in Nigeria, that when you have a hope of becoming a medical doctor, you grow up being a traditional healer.
Do you understand?
It's still in line with medicine.
Yeah, exactly. And imagine after doing all that, right, excluding the likes of medicine and the likes, right, you end up having to still do 1 or 2 professional courses outside. Do you understand? So in the West now, right, I mean, the richest people on earth for a long time were school dropouts. Do you understand? Over there, a lot of people don't even go to school.
That doesn't mean we're encouraging that.
No, we are not encouraging it.
Just for clarity.
Completely not. Just for clarity, right? So, we're not completely not discouraging.
Do you think? Sorry, I'm actually going to go there.
Yeah,
do you think we put too much of a premium on tertiary education in Nigeria? Do you think, because like you pointed out, in other climes, right, the focus is not
okay, if you have the skill, you're fine,
but like there are other things that people go ahead to do with their lives. They're a lot more free to do whatever they want. So do you think we put too much of a
premium on it?
Yeah, because even when you go into the real world, you may get a job, or you have to, like you said, you have to do other professional courses, or you may get a job and they have to train you
exactly
for that job, right? And this doesn't just happen in Nigeria, right?
Everywhere, it applies everywhere.
Do you think we are expecting too much from that?
I won't say expecting, right? I think the schools need to place more emphasis on preparing people for the reality check that's waiting for you outside. Do you understand? You don't learn financial literacy in school. See how hard things are right now. Who's going to tell you how to manage your money? Your 60,000. They've not decided.
Practice that in school now.
Yeah, you practice what? Home economics has been eliminated for how long? I don't know about now, but I was very aware for some time. Home economics, where they teach you how to make food, all the classes and all that.
No, but let me ask you a question. It's in line with what Joanne asked. I was going to ask that in a different way, which is that when we talk about school, what are we referring to? Because if you look at it globally and even look at the Nigerian structure, it's 6-2-3-4, right? Although I'm told we're not practicing that in details anymore.
Yeah, more people.
But But primary school, GHS, then or GSS, then SSS. Now, the reason the secondary school was split into 2 is because by GSS, you're meant to be formed.
Yes.
At that point, you can decide to go into technical studies, you can decide to further in the secondary school, or do whatever you want. Now, if you complete your secondary school, you could become a carpenter, you could become anything, because after secondary school, you are becoming a professional. Yes. It's no longer just mere education. You become a doctor, an engineer, a pharmacist, you're becoming a professional. So if we all finish secondary school, and I decide I want to go into carpentry, I want to go into auto engineering, and I go to auto meds or whatever, and I study there for like 4 years and stuff, which is what you're referring to that happens abroad.
Yeah.
Now, when we talk about school in Nigeria, are we referring to the university, or are we referring to the actual education, which forms your thinking, which forms your perception in life, which helps you, move, tap and achieve whatever it is that you're achieving, or fail, whichever one comes out.
The whole process at the end of the day, really, because I just feel, schools they often focus heavily on, results, theoretical knowledge rather than practical skills, So they can teach you advanced maths and all that, but they don't teach you basic financial literacy. Do you understand? Which is really like essential to everyday life. Do you understand? So that's where I am. I'm not devaluing, going to school. Obviously, I mean, you get your value, you get your skills. You find yourself as an individual.
Interact with people like Joanna said.
Yeah, exactly. Do you understand? Joanna said networking. Joanna went to schools now. Yes, now.
Joanna is.
Do you understand?
So when you're large, you're large.
When you're large, you're large. What networking skills, right? Without taking anything away from public schools today, right? Well, how many networking skills are you going to get? The average person wants to send his or her child to a private school these days. Do you understand? Because I mean, they're probably the best, offer you can get.
But one thing they do in public schools right now is they do what they call. It's silly, what sorry, they call what do you call not phonetics? It sounds like phonics. No, it's not phonics. There's something I can't remember the name. But they teach you to speak with a foreign accent. Even some private schools do it.
Is that not misplaced?
You're welcome to our school today. And my friend, will you stop that?
My friend's child came home one day back from school. I was at his place, and the girl was like, I remember what she said. She was like, purple. And the guy was like, what are you trying to say? Purple. And the guy, she brings out the color, and so trying to say purple, right? And he said, where did you learn that?
But it's not purple. It's purple.
I'm not even saying I don't have to pronounce it. But I know it's not purple.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
They sing with a melody.
Yeah,
so.
You get especially, if we now focus in Nigeria, right? I mean, the average, what they call teacher, lecturer is already frustrated, right? You understand? There are teachers that just enjoy making it difficult for you to excel. So you find out most of the kids in school these days, they just cram. You just cram it. I pass my exams and that's it. Do you understand? So apply it now. Yeah, that's where I am. Applying what you've learned, right? Transitioning and being able to execute in the space, right? Which is reality, outside world.
How well do you think education in Nigeria affects our reasoning skills, our emotional intelligence, our IQ, the social equity we have? How well has that affected us positively?
I feel like our education system, it doesn't drive curiosity. It's just, this is how it is. Learn this and give it to us the way we gave it to you. It doesn't exactly open up your mind and that's why you have people like is it Bill Gates, all these college dropouts who come out and make the big companies, because there's that curiosity and that drive to learn things on
challenges
their own.
you
And they're not depending on this is what they taught me,
there's a
this
formula,
is the solution. No, there's something about school that should inspire or drive you to be more curious, to learn more and find solutions and all those
and build
things. And we don't, it's not the way we teach in Nigeria. Is not, there are some schools that you pay a huge premium for, right? But the way students are taught is not it doesn't drive that.
Grounded. And I tied this into, I've said this on air some time ago. My wife is into early childhood education development, early year education. Anyway. I'm trying, So, there's this training she was doing some time ago, and my kids came home from school, and she was just running through the multiplication table with them, and she was teaching them a pattern that they should use. How, and someone was around and said, no, that's not how it's done. You just say 2 times 1, 2 times. I said, nope. You don't do that. And she was telling them, this is the pattern. This is how to discover. So even if you're given a huge sum to multiply, if you use this style, you will be able to multiply or solve any equation irrespective of the size of the. But tying it to what you're saying, if you compare that to 2 times 1, 2 times 3, 4, if you don't ask the child 2 times 500, then the child is stuck.
Now song, that 2 times now song. Now song. Yes, if you don't learn and pass, 3 or 4, 12, you are finished. Yes, no.
And that's it. So
reasoning things out for yourself, right? It's not.
So it's a completely different thing. I mean, the job is not even waiting for you. So what are you going to do?
But I also feel generally, right, we have that in Nigeria, we have that issue with quality, right? Because the best hands, the people who can do, like, teach very well, and they're open to other opportunities outside of the country, right? Better pay. So why would they stay? So we're left with, those who just
have to get by.
Yeah, but sometimes that's what happens.
You know what I feel? Yeah, I mean, a lot of people won't agree with me, right? I think there's still a lot of opportunities in Nigeria. As much as it's difficult, it's difficult everywhere right now, not just in Nigeria, the whole world, right? So I think right now is just a matter of working smart. You just need to be smart. With how you approach, whatever it is you want to build, right? As against working hard and trying to kill yourself. So I'll give you an example, right? Like I'll just give you examples. Obviously, they're very big companies, right? But they started small. So this car driving service, right? They don't have that. They don't have cars.
Yeah.
But it's a cab, hailing firm, international. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Some social
and
media.
that's the biggest taxi company you can say in the world.
Yeah, some social media platforms, right? They don't post content. Is the users that post the content.
Yeah,
they just have the platform.
Even the biggest, what do you call it? Not hoteling services, but lodging kind of services.
You don't have exactly. You don't have hotels.
Yeah, they don't.
That they are the ones everybody uses.
Hospitality.
Yes. So imagine applying that kind of logic, right? To whatever you are doing. Is like we said, is you being smart. So obviously you have to think it through, right? But those things you just have to learn on the go. That's why it's also good to have mentors, really. People that have been there, and have done it. But I just feel we need more financial literacy and emotional intelligence to be.
You keep talking financial literacy. You just want people.
Yeah,
to be okay.
That is really where I am.
That means there are many people begging you for money.
Oh boy, and I don't have.
Many, like I saw a video yesterday of someone say he was speaking in Yoruba. Do you know Ibadan a bit?
The
areas in
Ibadan,
Challenge, Iwo, and all that. So the guy was speaking in Yoruba, and I'll say it in English. He was saying that all of you call me and you tell me you have your challenges, you have a challenge. My brother, me too, I have Iwo Road, I have Molete, I have Makola, everybody has something. Those roads, like challenge is a place in. So if you say you have a challenge, I also have Iwo Road myself. So keep your, so. But okay, let's look at this down and bring it, let's make it more personal. And I'll start with Joanna.
Okay.
A personal experience where you felt that, okay, wow, school did me in here. School didn't come through for me. Maybe something you felt that school didn't prepare you for.
To be honest, I feel that, and I think this is what I started with. I didn't allow myself experience school fully. I limited myself to class, and believe it or not, at some point I was an SU.
Okay.
It was class and church, class and church, class and church, right? Yeah. I didn't engage, the other things, that happen in university that would help you build. And that's why I started off from that point, because I see how some of my colleagues have benefited from those communities they were a part of, those NGOs, and those other extracurricular things that they were doing while in school. So for me, I think when it comes to school, that would be like my only regret. I also feel that, so I studied English in school. Yeah. I also feel that I don't like to regret things, right? But like I could have chosen something. Like I was already when it comes to speaking English. I already had that kind of exposure.
Yeah, it's working for you
I would
now.
have no, that's the thing. If I had studied anything else, I would still have been able to
do what you're doing.
Yeah, do what I'm doing. So, yeah, I think those are the only. But I don't think. Yeah, that's.
So school didn't tell you how to make money with English.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah, that's it. But you could have made money.
See our voice, see our English.
Like,
fine.
No.
School's supposed to teach, tell you this.
No, it should be. That's what I'm saying. It should be incled. That's where I am now.
I think we should just be open-minded.
But have you noticed that a lot of our students that go abroad, they come back and the way their approach to business or life is different. Because let's look at this, for example. For a lot of all this preschool, foreign, how do I put it, early year education services that practice a Montessori, all those kind of that pattern, there's a way they teach kids to save right from that age. You're taught what to do with money, what a bank is, and you're encouraged to put money in the bank to the extent that whatever the child gets, she goes home and tells the mom or the dad, I want to save my money. That is school telling you, that's what he was talking about, financial literacy, just guiding you there. But
those resources are readily available to you. If you're curious enough, you find them.
No, that's
where the exception comes in. How many people are curious?
So that's it. I think that's...
So in this school, okay, yeah, school is supposed to make you curious. But on your own, I just
identify that so many problems.
But you know what he's saying right now? What he's saying right now is that school should separate you. Education should separate you from an average person. So there are some things, there's a pattern of thinking, a way of life that you should have that will be different from someone that never went to school. So that maybe the reasoning, the opportunities, what you're able to picture and how you're able to analyze issues shouldn't be as pedestrian as someone that hasn't been to school. I think, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't agree.
You don't agree?
I like that. That's why I'm here. Trust me. So for me, like I highlighted earlier, right? I'm finished school. Computer science. Let me find something. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, I couldn't get a job.
How do you explain?
I ended up doing customer service, right? Calling.
But that might not be school. That might be the government not providing opportunities.
Yeah, it's still part of it. It's still part of it.
Explain college dropouts, not just abroad, but in Nigeria, who somehow are able to, make it in real life.
Because real life hit them, especially at an early stage.
Streets.
While you were there reading, right? They were there experiencing it in real time.
So were you protected from real life? Or
still somewhat like a shield, right? It still shields you from the reality. Still, you are still not prepared for what was waiting for you out there. Do you understand? See, our sports guys are here now. Did they learn sports in school? See Cristiano Ronaldo's goal yesterday. Did he learn it in school? Do you understand? I mean, obviously that's a different story. But,
so we cannot over depend on school to teach us all these things. These are things that we have
I'm even for school they should introduce financial literacy, cautiously into the curriculum, and emotional intelligence. It needs to be instilled, right?
But at the risk of being hounded by listeners, when you drive on the streets of Lagos, and I like to talk about driving a lot because when you look at globally, the average way to measure the temperament of a people is on the streets.
Yeah, that's how you know.
That's how you know. It's not about what the office person know. When you go on the street, you can know this is what these people are.
This is how they think.
When you see the way we shout at each other, we're so nervy.
The way we drive.
The way we drive.
Someone is
do you think education has done any good to us?
Someone is fighting you to enter. Or rather, you want to, switch lanes. Right?
Yeah.
You are indicating right.
And it's speeding up.
The guy beside you would rather die than allow you enter. Then,
especially when it's a female driver. When it's a
What do you mean?
Fast forward 100 meters. That same guy that they allow you enter wants to enter somebody else's spot. Nobody's going to succeed now. Do you get? So that's just why I am. Shall we? I feel school should just do a lot more. Right now, they should do more.
So in summary,
people.
School is good.
It's good. Yeah.
It's needful. It's the way to go.
Yeah.
However, in addition to what we have right now, the current curriculum, we need to tweak it in such a way that it reflects our realities in Nigeria.
Exactly.
Not the realities of the West, where they're not going through what we are going through. The fact that if you're in school, okay, let me not say that. But anyway, you know, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I get you.
Stop looking at the time. We still have like 1 hour. Why are you in a hurry? Anyway, so Joanna, you don't agree. So let's get this. Do you agree that school can do more, or do you think this is the best we can have? This is the best kind of preparation school can give to us?
See, who's going to solve that problem for us? Government has so much to solve for us. I feel like we should it's something we should seek out ourselves. We should open up our minds. There's so many resources available to you online. There's nairametrics to teach you financial literacy.
That's what I hear.
Yes,
But you know, that's part of the thing. School should be able to inculcate nairametrics to the curriculum.
Exactly.
To say, okay, once a week, you know, come teach the kids. That's how, because there's a lot of private sector involvement in many things that government does globally. But for us, it's like, it's just government, it's just us. A lot of people in many countries by now, I don't know if Dangote does it. Dangote will be visiting a lecturer in different universities in Nigeria. Right. Just letting you know, this is what I've been through. Building a refinery, I'm going to try it next time.
Do you understand?
You know, just warning people, and all that. But
and I'll even quote him, right?
Yeah.
He's very big on understanding your business, right, before you go into it. 100%, right? I mean, where do you get that? It's first hand now.
Yeah,
you understand?
Now, let me take this message, which agrees with Ogiva. Peter from Ikeja says, good morning. See, in Nigeria, going to school is 90% just for the certificate. That is to just qualify for the requirement of a job. This is why schools can offer you admission for a course you never applied for, and you just take it. If not, do you think any Nigerian will ever study zoology? But it says even psychology. People study psychology now, but one can also argue that going to school doesn't necessarily mean being educated. It's supposed to be education, but now another one says, sirs, the working system in our country is wrong by classifying university graduate level 8, while a graduate from polytechnic graduate level 7 and graduate from technical school level 6. Well, you know, just in summary, right? Back in the day that Nigeria was still, you know, the pride. We're still when we're still healing ourselves, you know. Yeah, and a lot of people that left Form 5 were able to secure a job.
Yeah.
They could reason, they could think, they could analyze, they were a handful. They could go abroad and represent themselves well. Can we say the same thing for an SS3 student today?
No, that SS3 student goes so far. If you know, the guy has to be in the exception, right? Do you understand? Or else, where does he want to start? When people that are finished, that are still ahead of him, are still, you know, thinking of how to wing it. So it's just, I just feel the environment can make it better, but we'll see how it goes, right? So I mean, don't forget, everybody can always catch up us. Everyday Money Matters on Spotify as well, and on Spaces as well, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We also have this kind of conversations. So hope to see you guys next week, and during the week as well, some other time.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, and we do thank you for being a part of this show. That has been Nairametrics, bringing you Everyday Money Matters for today. I don't know why the sports team is very early today, but if you don't agree about this education, just so that you don't get it wrong, what they are saying in a nutshell is that while education might not prepare you for all you want, you need to study more, and educational managers of educational systems should do better, and more importantly, let's make sure that adulthood doesn't turn out to be scam.